What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another podcast episode. This is episode 3.
Episode 3.
Yeah.
The revenge of the podcast.
We mentioned that we were thinking about making a podcast episode because we wanted to just kind of have a chat about some of the hardware that Samsung dropped during their recent Unpacked event on July 10th. Right?
Yeah.
So a couple days later, the dust has settled a little bit, and we're just going to talk about it, get into it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I didn't get a chance to watch the event. I know you did. And I'll be honest, I don't usually watch the Samsung events. I've seen Google I/Os and I've seen the Apple ones, but the Samsung ones are the ones that I usually find myself rewatching through clips or recaps. So I've heard great things.
Yeah. So
I can't wait to hear more.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We have 2 new phones, we have 2 new headphones, 2 new watches, and a ring, which is interesting because you actually wear.
I do wear rings.
Yeah, like non-relationship related rings. You actually wear like accessory rings.
Right. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
That'll
So
be cool.
where do you want to start?
I mean, the obvious one is the phone. I know that.
Which we already talked about that. We touched on it a little bit.
Right, because there was a lot of leaks, a lot of rumors
Yeah.
of the new Z Fold and Flip.
Yep.
What's new about them though?
So obviously your basic stuff, like you're gonna get an upgraded processor and stuff like that. Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. They did a really good job of, I think, prior generations. I feel like the Flip and the Fold, like they had different hardware. Like the Flip would have slightly less RAM, like maybe slightly lower storage options and stuff like that. But I think they made it a little bit more uniform, where now Flip and Fold like have the same amount of RAM across the storage specs and stuff like that, and trying to, I guess, make it more enticing in terms of like you won't feel maybe like you settled if you buy the Flip.
Right. Because I feel like when it comes to the design difference, you have different applications for having a full-on mini tablet. As your phone.
They're 2 very different experiences.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, I would hope to consider one over the other just because of the design. I don't want to sacrifice performance or camera or something like that.
Yeah.
When, let's say I want to have the Flip, but I'm like, dang, but I'm gonna get a slower.
You
chip
might get
or
like I think the chips
camera,
were good, but it was mainly
like a camera system.
Instead of the cameras for sure. Yeah, you would definitely have different cameras because on the Flip you have cameras on just the cover display. Whereas like on the Fold, you actually have a rear-based camera system because you actually have like a back of the phone. Yeah. So, but obviously, like I was hoping for more from the Flip and the Fold. I was hoping.
So it was like a refresh then.
Yeah, these are definitely more of like iterative refreshes. They did the whole like, and I have the S24 Ultra right here, but they did the whole S24 Ultra design language. It's boxier, it's more square.
Which I love.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about that too. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, they didn't really improve too much in terms of the cover screen size for the Fold, which I was really hoping they would do because I still have the OnePlus open.
Yeah.
I absolutely
talked
love
about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that phone's aspect ratio. So the Fold still has a slightly skinnier display, but it is somewhat improved in terms of real estate because Samsung didn't necessarily make any changes to the physical size, but they shrunk down the bezels. So you have more like real estate to work with, and it's also it's also like the lightest Fold and like the thinnest Fold that they've made. So they've made it boxier, thinner, lighter, shrunk down the bezels and stuff like that. So I feel like it's gonna be really nice in hand. I hope, anyways.
Right.
We do have the Fold coming in. Obviously,
for
like
review, right?
Yeah. I told you that I'm taking a trip like at the end of July, so we're gonna do the Flip and the rings and the buds, and when I get back.
Yeah. After that, that'll be good. I'm excited. I'm actually.
Yeah.
I do want to see it in person. Did they change the material, the build quality, or the?
They have like online exclusive colors. Like they have like an online exclusive, like almost like a. It's not like marble or anything, but it looks like a marble-ish white. It looks really nice, like a pearlescent white almost. And then they have this one that's they're calling it like, they're calling it crafted black, and that one almost has like a. It looks like it's carbon fiber. I don't know if it's actually going to have a different texture to it.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Actually.
And the good thing is that at least the exclusive colors, they don't cost you more, but both phones, the Flip and the Fold, are $100 more across the line.
From last year.
Compared to last year.
Oh,
yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because so if you're looking, what about the camera? Is there any
cameras were like updated, but
nothing crazy new?
Yeah.
Just the normal.
Yeah.
Huh. So you just up the price.
It's like your standard iterative, like we made slight tweaks here and there to make the
Yeah.
hardware look nicer. We bumped the cameras a little bit. We upped the processing a little bit. And they have like focus on like Galaxy AI is like pretty central for them now too. Like
Right.
they're trying to implement like additional AI features into the fold and the flip and stuff like that. So, but I did hear that Samsung is thinking about, I can't remember if it was 2025 or I can't remember if it was 2026, that they don't want to make the AI features free anymore.
Oh dang.
Yeah, which I think is a wild move.
To be
Like,
fair, it sucks, but it doesn't shock me hearing it.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's like if you want to, but that's what bothers me. Like right off the bat is that like ChatGPT has a free version.
Right.
Google Gemini has a free version.
Mhm.
A lot like Dolly, a lot of these like AI platforms, they have free versions, but you
Right.
can pay for the premium.
Yeah.
Of course, you have access to like anytime there's a newer build or release, you can use those faster, or you have like unlimited, prompts and stuff on like their most advanced models
Or
and
just
stuff like that.
Like fast.
Yeah.
Generative.
But
like,
if you're telling me
results.
that
Yeah.
like the AI features on my phone, they're just going to strictly be locked behind a paywall, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, when I say that I'm not shocked, it's not because it's expected. I really hope that it's not true, or at least
Yeah.
that it's there's a free version that's good enough, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't shock me just because of the greed.
Yeah.
You see that with cars. There's some car features that are locked by software.
100%.
That you have to pay. The hardware's there. You can technically hack it and use the features, but you have to pay if you want to genuinely use the built-in
Mhm.
design that the manufacturer had.
Yeah.
Or even with appliances, you have a lot of appliances that have advertisements.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, TVs, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. and it started with like Samsung, but
Yeah.
dude, everyone does it now.
Yeah.
You have advertisements for anything.
Yeah.
Which, in my mind, I think it should be the default. If you have something that you're paying so much money for, have it. Like, you should be able to do whatever you want with it. Right?
Yeah.
But everything's becoming subscription based. Everything's becoming with ad-free versions. There's like extra fluff features.
Ad-free versions.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like, well, because it's just too much, bro. It's the companies they're not stopping. Problem is, people pay for them.
Yeah.
That's why they're able to do something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I really hope Samsung doesn't do something like that. But I saw an article the other day. I'll have to try to find it and reread it again. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, the Pixel has like the Gemini app and stuff like that. I'm sure when the 9s and the 9 Pros come out in a couple of months, they're probably going to have even more focus on AI. That seems to be where every company is going now.
Yeah.
Like deeper integration with AI into their phones.
Right.
But locking it behind a paywall would at least offer like a free version or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I don't know,
Dude,
like premium. I don't even know if we're like, are we at a point with AI right now to where you can already start charging for a paywall? Like at least let AI get to a certain point where you can be like, all right, it's so advanced now that if you want the most advanced features, you pay, but if you want the basic features,
right.
it's on there.
Right. It is crazy because it's technically, think about it this way. If they want to charge for using AI, which is supposed to be a tool,
Yeah,
is Google going to start charging for their search engine?
that's what I'm saying.
Imagine paying for Google searches. You
Yeah.
only get 5 Google searches a day.
Yeah.
And then if you want to get more, you got to pay for that. That's the same concept.
Like it'd be like, they'd be like, all right, so with AI, you can now, like whenever you get a call from a number you don't know, like AI can find it for you. Like Google
Right.
already has something like that in their phone app where it can look up businesses and stuff. So sometimes if you call a business number and they're registered with Google, it'll pop up. You'd be like, you're calling such and such business. It won't even say the phone number, right?
Gotcha.
But then if you want to be like, our AI model is so advanced that when the hackers call you, the AI model can reverse hack the hackers and get you their money. That I'll pay for. That
Do not redeem.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that right there. I would pay. Like if you're gonna say it's $20 a month for that feature, boom,
Yeah.
I'll pay $20 a month for that
Kind of
feature.
like next level security.
Yeah, at least like make it to where if you're gonna charge for the AI tools, like they're so high up the
Yeah.
tools you're charging for. But if you're just gonna charge me for like AI transcriptions on my phone, like AI translations, we use AI now to like translate your speech even faster. It's like, okay, I'll just continue to use the free Google Translate then if you're going to charge me for that.
Imagine if what they do is like, well, it'll be free and you don't have to pay for the features, but you might get an advertisement every now and then. And then let's say that you're like in the middle of a conversation, and then for some reason you need to translate something. You
Yeah.
open the app and it's like,
See an ad for
first,
like,
watch this 30-second ad.
Yeah.
Or let's say it comes into cars, bro. Like, you gotta go somewhere. You turn on the car before you start driving. Watch this ad.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
that's gonna
But
be that would
Yeah.
really upset me.
it's gonna get to the point that, especially with you take AI with mixed reality and virtual reality, and how quote unquote the future will be virtual things in your physical space.
Yeah.
Like a calendar that's virtual and you can see it through your glasses, or like a TV that's not actually there but you can see it floating in the living room. We're gonna have advertisements on the wall or in your bathroom mirror.
I would stop using the products. That would bother me.
And we say that now, and I 100% agree. But if you look at movies, that's what it is. You look
Yeah.
at Ready Player One and all those like immersive movies that people are so detached from reality.
Yeah. Ready
That's how
Player
they
One
run.
was upsetting. It was upsetting because like what they were doing in it was really cool, but then whenever they would take the hardware off in the world they were living in
Yeah.
outside, that would be too much.
It's yeah, it is a devastating reality. But I mean, we'll have to see. I'm excited though. I really hope that Samsung doesn't do that. I really hope that if there are improvements for their products, that they don't start charging extra, even though you own the physical part of them.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. It's like I already spent XYZ amount of dollars for the phone.
Right.
And then you're also going to lock certain software things behind a paywall. Like there has to be some sort of, you got to draw the line somewhere.
And honestly, dude, I thought we were moving away from that because we used to pay for software upgrades for Windows and Mac and things like that. If you
Yeah.
wanted to upgrade your operating system.
Oh, those are the dark ages. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
back then, I get it because technology wasn't as advanced as it is now.
Yeah.
But now you get those free upgrades every year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're doing the same thing with AI.
And now, now here we are. But we have the phones. We have one of them coming in for now, and then we're going to have the rest of them coming in once, we actually have time to sit down and use them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. The trade-ins were aggressive, for sure.
Really?
For sure. Yeah. Something like $700 or $800 for a Pixel 8 Pro. If you traded in an iPhone,
Like you're barely losing any money at that point.
yeah. If you traded in an iPhone 15 Pro, it was $1,000. Yeah. And then
That is losing no money.
yeah, and then S24 Ultra, this phone was $900
Right.
on the trade-in, and then if you had last year's Z Fold 5, it was $1,200.
Dang.
That's insane. That is insane.
And they still make a profit after the trading.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah.
Or maybe they're sacrificing it for the sake of just having people own their
No,
products.
they're definitely still making it. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
definitely still.
like 50
and
bucks to
then
make the
on
phone.
top of that, you got a free upgrade from 256 to 512, and then upgrading, and then if you want to go to 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte was the same cost as 512.
Dang.
Yeah, so it was really weird. So when you're on the thing and you're buying it, if you press 256, it immediately just bumps you up to 512, and there's no change in price. But then the way that they adjusted it was they had 512 listed at the price of 256, and then they had 1 terabyte listed at the price of 512.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so of course I went 1 terabyte. You're gonna get a phone like the Fold. You go 1 terabyte.
Yeah.
I went 1 terabyte on my Ultra,
Right.
and I was
Which-
like,
yeah.
let me check my storage or whatever, like just to see,
Kind of
just
take
to,
a guess on how much
just to
you're
make
using.
sure. Yeah, you want to guess how much I still have left on here?
Out of a terabyte,
Out of a terabyte,
I'm thinking you're using 15%.
what would that be? Like
150.
150? I'm using 125.
That was close.
Yeah, you were close. I'm using 12.5%. I'm using 12. I was like, I opened up the storage and I was like, 875 gigs free. I was like, I'm definitely going 1 terabyte. I'm low on space. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, 875 gigs. I'm running low on space,
Might
man.
as well go for 2 terabytes.
Yeah, I was like, they don't have a 1.5 terabyte or like a 2 terabyte option. Otherwise, I'd go with that. Make sure I have like 1,800 gigs free. You know what I mean? So
That's funny.
yeah, went 1 terabyte on the Fold, so that's going to be coming in. But then we have some watches too. We have Watch 7
Okay.
and then Watch Ultra.
Samsung Watch
Yep.
Ultra.
Yeah, Galaxy Watch, not the Apple Watch Ultra. There's now a Galaxy Watch Ultra.
Interesting.
Yeah. I bet you can't guess. I bet you can't guess what the frame's made out
I
of.
was gonna say, at that point, what's the difference? Is it the same like titanium frame?
It's titanium
What makes
frame.
it Ultra?
It's titanium frame, so it's really rugged.
Okay.
And like I believe I have to go back and double check, but they didn't necessarily make the screen larger. They just put a bunch of titanium around it to make it more rugged. It's still a large display. I think it's like 45 or like 47.
Because they're circular, right?
They're circular, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's still like 45 or like 47. Like I think it's still the bigger watch screen.
Yeah.
But encased by titanium, water resistant up to 100 meters.
Oh, for diving?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, which I think the Ultra is what? Dive 40. So
Translate that and you get bada beam,
two and
bada
a half,
boom, something like that.
2.5 times the dive distance. This is 40 meters. That
Dang.
one's 100 meters. And this is the Ultra 2 that I have on.
Yeah. Which is still a lot. Like 40 meters is a lot.
Yeah, 40 meters is a lot. 100 meters is also a lot.
But if you want to find out Atlantis, you can definitely take the
you can go and
Galaxy
see
Watch.
You can find the Titanic
Yeah.
in the water.
Well, R.I.P.
Yeah.
They will be missed. But
Yeah.
you can go on a excursion on a submarine.
Well, the
Hopefully it
Titanic,
doesn't-
not the.
But that's what they were doing.
Is that what they were doing?
They were
Oh,
looking-
dang!
thought
I
you were
didn't
making a
realize.
joke about
I didn't
that.
realize that's what they were going down there to do. Oh, dang!
Yeah, it was a little trip.
That
to
was
explore
not.
the
That was not
Titanic.
intentional. By the way, that was not.
But if you
intentional.
wanted to, you can take your Galaxy Watch Ultra
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
diving.
There's dual frequency GPS.
Cool.
Sounds familiar, right?
Right.
Because that's
Super bright screen, I'm assuming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then get this, it's not an action button. It's a mappable button that
So
can
an action button,
it's called the quick button,
of course.
and it's an orange.
Dang.
It's an orange. Yeah, I was like, you couldn't have picked any other color. Like, I get it. Listen, I get it. I'm not going to say Apple pulls from Samsung more, Samsung pulls from Apple more, whatever. They all inspire each other.
If you put them side by side, though, how close do they look in design?
Circular. You want to see a picture?
Yeah.
You want to see a picture? I have the Watch 7 up on here. Look it. It's circular though. It's
But even then,
that's like, yeah.
because of the edges, it
Yeah.
looks square.
That's yeah, and then there's you see the quick
Yep.
button? See the quick button on the side there?
That's crazy.
Durable titanium design. Yeah.
Heard that one before.
Our most powerful smartwatch processor, sapphire crystal glass,
Yeah.
titanium, aerospace grade titanium plus cushion design.
I'm assuming it also has like 2-day or what was the battery life for the Apple Watch?
100 hours.
Yeah. And
Power
this one,
saving mode up to 100 hours. Exercise power saving mode up to 48 hours.
2 days.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. And of course, look at those bands. That orange one in particular looks real familiar.
That's the same one.
Yeah, that orange one in particular looks real familiar. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, more power to them.
Military standard, IP68, water and dust resistance, and it's got Galaxy AI built into it. At
Dang.
47 millimeter, 47.
What's the price?
It is, if I were to go to pre-order it right now, it is $650.
Huh.
That's cheaper, no?
It is cheap.
Ultra $799?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's like 800.
Yeah.
Huh.
$650. And you can get up to $350 instant trading credit depending on what you're trading in. There's
Which-
only one watch size.
Yeah.
Oh, they have different colors.
Different titanium colors.
That titanium white.
That is clean.
That's sharp. That titanium white is sharp. And that's a first gen. We've been waiting a couple of years for Apple to change the titanium on the Ultras. I wonder what the durability of that will be like though.
If it gets
Because
scratched or
obviously,
something
like
that.
the Ultras have come in just raw titanium. This
Yeah.
is the color of titanium.
Because if they're supposed to be active and durable.
Right. So if you're gonna color titanium, chances are the color can chip or flake.
Right.
Especially if you're gonna use the Ultra for like rugged things.
Right.
Right.
Heavy bumping and things
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
So I'm curious to see but that titanium white was sharp.
Bro, it's like a snow watch.
Yeah.
It's clean.
That was sharp.
Yeah. Dang.
With
So
you-
that's the Ultra. And what about the 7?
The 7 is like, I think for that one, it's going to be a little bit more iterative. Like whenever I was looking at Samsung describing it, it was like, oh, it's our, we upgraded the processor and like did all this stuff or like,
Gotcha.
like it's literally says it on here. It says enhanced with Galaxy AI, equipped with our most powerful watch processor. Sounds iterative to me.
we've
Like I
gone
said,
the
there's
same
been
thing.
heavy emphasis on Galaxy AI.
Yeah, and that makes sense. What can you do with AI on a watch?
Honestly, It's a good question.
Okay. We might have to test it out once we have them then.
Yeah. We're definitely going to test it once we have it. But let me see. Health insights enhanced with Galaxy AI. All new sleep
AI is
apnea
gonna
tracking.
be like, A is going to be like, hey, you should sleep more.
Yeah.
Like,
Duh.
what do you mean my 30 minutes of sleep every night is not enough?
Yeah. What do you mean? I got 4 hours of sleep last night, bro. I'm okay. No, it says on here, improved fitness tracking and wellness tips, new sleep apnea tracking. And it just says health insights enhanced with Galaxy AI. So, I did hear about there's now like a cumulative score called an energy score. Which
What do you mean?
it says, know how ready you are to take on the day using your personalized energy score with Galaxy AI. It calculates today's physical readiness based on what you did yesterday. You know who I've seen do this? Have you heard of Whoop?
Nope.
Okay. Whoop does that. They're like a fitness wearable, but it's a fitness wearable that doesn't have a screen.
Gotcha. So it
Right?
just takes metrics.
Right.
Yeah.
It just takes metrics. It's subscription based and stuff like that.
Of course.
But the way it works is basically it calculates how much you like strain yourself in a day. And then the following day, based on how much you strained yourself the previous day and how well you rested, like your sleep duration and your sleep quality, it tells you like, oh, based on your sleep quality and what you did yesterday, today you're prepared for like a moderate to intense workout. Or it might say like, based on how you did yesterday and how you slept, if you're going to work out today, it should be an easy workout. Don't push yourself too hard or whatever because your body is like physically tired. You know what I mean?
And
so apparently they're trying to do the same.
But this energy
something
thing
similar.
is not going to be just for workouts. I'm assuming it's like this overall.
It's an overall wellness
It's
score.
like today's going to be a great day for you, or hey, take it slow today in everything.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah. Kind of thing.
I
Because
kind of like that.
because you had an intense workout yesterday that was 2 hours long, and then on top of that, you only slept like 6.5 hours.
Right.
And of the 6.5 hours, it was like 3 hours of deep sleep. So
Imagine combining that data with like the things that you eat to, it'll tell you like, hey, you need more vitamins or.
remember we were talking about Jarvis?
Yeah. No, it's going to happen, dude.
It could be on your watch. Be like, sir, you only slept 5 hours last night.
Stop
Don't
drinking
work out
Dr.
too
Pepper."
hard. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's gonna happen.
That is cool though. And
Yeah.
what is you said that there's a ring that got announced.
Yes. Yeah. So
Is that the same thing or?
yeah, so the ring is going to be like 24/7. Like it's just going to be always on. There's all sorts of sensors and stuff like that in it. They even use like a curved, like not like a curved, but like it's a slightly modified, like a rounded design to it to make it more comfortable to wear, even though it has all
Oh,
the
I see,
the
I see.
sensors and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
That ring is $400. $400 for a ring, and I don't know how the whole sizing thing is going to work. Like, how does one know their size for the ring? Maybe they have like a kit that I know some
Like
companies when
I
they make
guess-
rings, they have a kit that you can order.
Right.
That'll help you determine your size.
They might do what they did with the Apple Watch whenever they had those loop bands that
Yeah.
don't open.
Yeah.
And they had this tape that would go around your wrist and it just gave you a number.
Yeah. I
So
remember seeing that one time
I know that
in
for
a store.
rings, there's like jewelry stores that will do that and they'll measure your ring size. But for a tech company, that would be a first. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm curious to see where they would have something like that, or if you just have to figure out what the size is before you even go purchase a Samsung. What's it called? Galaxy ring?
Yep, it's called a
Yeah.
Galaxy Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it even has the same like wellness score. It literally says track your health, get your score, own the day, learn how ready you are to take on the day, gain insight to improve how you feel using your personalized energy score with Galaxy AI. So it seems like,
Interesting. It's
Yeah.
kind of like the Aura ring, right? Aura used to make, or it still makes a
Yeah.
health ring.
so when it comes to health rings, I think Aura is currently like the standard.
Right.
And you mentioned in our last podcast that there's now rumors of like Apple making a ring
Right,
too.
I did,
So
yeah.
I'm sure that's going to happen. Do you think we'll see it later this year?
At this point, I see it. I think it's more likely, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting Samsung, and maybe I missed the news of leaks or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't expecting Samsung to drop a health ring.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's got stuff like accelerometer and stuff like that built into. Like it literally says automatically collect the insights you need with auto workout detection as soon as you start a walk or a run. Of course, it's water and scratch resistant, so you can even wear it in the shower if you wanted to, or like go swimming with
So
it.
the whole
or-
idea is that you never take it off.
Well, depending on your size, 7-day battery life. So you'll have to take it off eventually, but
Gotcha.
it's pretty neat. So like it comes in like a case. Like, do you remember how the Nothing ear cases look? They were square, clear
Oh, like
top.
and they would open like
Clamshell, yeah. So
I
it's like
gotcha.
clamshell. You put the ring on the inside, and then inside the thing, it has a circular charging indicator, like a ring, to
Oh,
show.
that is cool.
Yeah, and then you put it in there and you close it. And apparently, like the case has like 1.5 to like 2 times the battery life or whatever, so you can charge it a couple times before you need
so the
it.
case doesn't have to be plugged in. It's like an AirPods case.
Doesn't have to until it dies.
Until you have to recharge it. You're
Yeah.
right. Huh.
So that's how you recharge the Ring. But the big difference, you were talking about Aura.
Right.
The big difference is between Galaxy Ring and Aura is that you don't have to pay for a subscription with the Galaxy Ring. With the Aura, you do. And I think the Aura is like $6 a month. So the Ring itself might be cheaper, but then...
And it's probably not that much cheaper because this one's for $400. I think the Auras go for $299.
$299,
Yeah.
and then your first year is going to be $72
Yeah.
subscription. So
Yeah.
the Ring plus a year and a couple of months, you're at the same price as the
Right.
Galaxy Watch. But as the Galaxy Ring, sorry, I said watch. But it's a first gen product, man.
Yeah.
For $400.
$400, yeah.
And it's like with the way that now we're seeing new watches drop every year, we're seeing new phones drop every year, new, products dropping left and right every single year. You know that are probably next year, Unpacked 2025, there's probably going to be a Ring 2.
Right.
Probably going to be significantly enhanced or whatever. So with a first gen product, you're always kind of a beta tester to an extent.
Right. Well, no, and it makes sense.
Look at
'cause
Vision
they're-
Pro.
Right. They're getting all the data they can with the public, and then they can tweak it, add, remove, whatever needs to happen for the second gen. But, I mean, I'm cool. We were talking about this. We were talking
You're
about...
going to buy a Ring? Oh, I forgot to mention. So when you use the Ring, you have to use Samsung Health. Has to be on a Galaxy phone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I
So
guess,
in your case, you're not
I
getting
kind
a
of
Ring.
assumed it, honestly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I was like, in your case, you're not getting a Ring because that's not gonna work.
I'll get the Apple Ring. But I don't know because...
That's a good point.
Yeah.
If the Samsung Ring is $400, and I think Samsung does a decent job of pricing their foldables are still ridiculously expensive in my opinion. We're now
Yeah.
6 generations in, and they're not getting cheaper; they're getting more expensive.
Right.
But if the Ring is $400,
for Samsung,
how much?
Apple is
How
gonna
much
be
would
like-
Apple's would be $1,000
dude, that'd be wild.
instead
So
of
if you get- if you
$399.
get,
Apple's going to be like, it's we didn't do titanium, we did aluminum.
We did vibranium.
Yeah, yeah, and it can be yours for $999.
That's crazy.
And just wait till we improve it next year. Next year it'll be $1,200.
Yeah, for real. So if you get multiple rings from different companies, like collect them like Infinity
Like Thanos?
Stones.
Yeah, the
Just
gauntlet,
get
yeah.
one for each company. All the health.
yeah, all the hell, yeah. At that point in time, you're gonna be like, yeah, I have the Google Ring, I have the Apple Ring, I have the Samsung Ring, and I walk around with 3 phones on me because I have to use all their proprietary
if
software.
you have like 4 different ones and then like I only sleep 2 hours, but each of them like tells me that I sleep for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So that's 8 hours, bro.
yeah,
Do the
Yeah.
math, man.
yeah. I had to buy shorts that have like 2 front pockets, 2 back pockets because I'm carrying around 3 or 4 phones on me at all
That'd
times.
be wild,
Yeah.
dude.
Left wrist, Apple Watch Ultra. Right wrist, Galaxy Ultra. Galaxy Watch Ultra. 4 rings.
Bro, once you get like the 10th generation of rings and you run out of fingers, you
Yeah.
put them on your toes.
You're going to be the most statistically tracked human ever. Like 9,000 different metrics. Throw a Fitbit on one of your wrists too while you're at it.
Just put it on your ankle at that
Buy
point.
one of the
yeah.
Whoop bands that I was just talking about.
Oh my goodness.
You'll be set. Your phones will die because of all the health apps you're seeing.
Yeah.
at
So you took one
once.
step, we're at 50%
Yeah.
battery.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're gonna come up with a headband or something like that at this point.
Man,
Like tracking your
who would buy that?
runners.
Who would?
100%
Maybe.
runners.
Maybe.
Yeah. Like they're gonna sponsor Nike, and then there's gonna be people that are
Well,
like
Apple's
just
got
because
Nike.
right.
Apple's
but
got Nike,
They're
so-
gonna do some kind of headband with tracking,
Maybe Adidas.
and there's gonna be people that see the logo and they're gonna say, "I want that." What do you need it for? I want that.
Yeah.
And that's all they need.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to think right now. Obviously, like I use my Galaxies a lot, but I'm trying to think like if I would. Realistically speaking, like I go to the gym, I lift like 5-6 days a week.
Right.
I don't know if I'm wearing a ring while I lift. I get the running. The running is one thing.
Right. No, but you're right, because even then your grip is
You don't want
affected.
to, which they use titanium, so it's good for scratch resistant. And like I said, they like ergonomically design the ring to reduce scratches or like the chance of scratches, right?
I gotcha.
But it's just like I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious, like for people who might potentially get like married and stuff like that, like would a man or a woman prefer like a
Health
Galaxy ring as their band, as like a wedding band versus
I wonder if they're gonna. What's the material? Titanium. you said?
titanium? Yeah.
They're gonna
And
come
it's
up
three
with
colors: silver, gold, and matte black.
I was gonna say they're gonna come up with a gold version, but like
They
an
have a
actual,
gold version.
but like an actual metallic gold, not
Oh.
like the material made out of gold. You
Like
know?
one that's actually made out of gold.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So that would be insane. Now it's not gonna work. But do you remember when they released
It's
Apple
just not going
Watch?
to be that durable compared
Right,
to
I was gonna
titanium.
say
Yeah.
it's just so many downsides of it. But like when they dropped the Apple Watch in
Gold.
in pure gold,
Yeah.
and it got obsolete.
Wasn't it like
in,
super heavy?
I think so, and it was also like
That was the first gen watch, wasn't it? Like
$15,000 or something like
the
that.
first gen
Yeah.
Apple Watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
That immediately, like by the time Series 3 came out, it
was
was like,
obsolete.
yeah.
Yeah,
it
couldn't
was
get
so,
updates.
remember, it's first gen.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that Samsung didn't do something like, oh, we also have like 14 karat white gold and gold options.
And
that you
it
can
comes
spend.
with diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you already know that. So that's why I was asking, because it's not exactly like a fine piece of jewelry, right? It's
Right.
tech.
Right.
So
And when does it come out?
it just has a pre-order date. I don't.
Okay.
All the products we talked about so far, they release on the 24th.
Okay.
But I don't necessarily know. Like if I hit, oh whoops, I'm on the buds. Let me go back and find the
Oh,
ring.
the buds. We do have to talk about that.
We do have to talk about the buds too. Yeah, two different ones.
Yeah.
Not to sound like a similar,
Just pre-order right now.
not to sound like a similar company, but there's Buds 3 and then Buds 3
I
Pro.
did see that, dude. If there's one thing I saw after the Unpacked event are the buds, and I didn't see them because of good things. There's some things that I saw.
So it's
that
weird.
threw
I'm
me
in
off.
the Shop Samsung app and I'm looking at Galaxy Ring and it says it's not you, it's us. We can't make them fast enough. Sign up to learn. So it's got email and phone number and it says notify me.
It's like oh,
But here's the confusing part for the Ring. So it doesn't even say like when this is dropping.
date, yeah.
But here's the confusing part. It said I think they just like copied and pasted. It says sign up to learn when more TVs are on the way.
oh dang!
on the Ring.
You order a ring and it comes in a giant box.
Yeah, comes with a TV. Yeah. So it's there. The Galaxy Ring is there. I see it, titanium black size 11. But I'm not able to pick my size. I'm not able to pick my color. It just shows $399. But it has a thing for an email and a phone number, and it says notify me.
Interesting. Probably later this year or something like that. Kind of like what they did with the Vision Pro when they first announced it. It didn't come out
Yeah.
that same year.
Yeah.
It was dropped in the year later, the year after.
So we now have Galaxy Buds 3, and we have Galaxy Buds 3 Pro.
Dude, okay, so you gotta confirm this because I saw this on TikTok. I don't know if it's true, but is the design for the Galaxy Buds like 90% or
They're
99?
both eerily similar. These are the
That's
threes.
crazy.
What do those look like?
AirPods 3?
Those look like standard AirPods 3.
but in silver.
That color's nice.
It is nice.
The color's nice. Yeah. So those are the regular threes, and then the Pros.
Dude, even the angle.
Yeah. These are the Pros are slightly angled. They have the
Yeah.
silicone tip.
Yep.
The silicone tip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I don't know, that looks like a light, like an LED on the outside of it.
Yeah, and that looks like an RGB strip.
Adaptive active noise cancellation,
Of course.
immersive audio optimized with Galaxy AI, integrated AI features like live translate. That's pretty cool. All new clear case and blade light.
Oh,
These are the pros. These are the pros, mind you. These are the pros. Take a guess as to how much the pros cost.
$249.
Yep.
Dude, there's no way.
you can't make this up.
Instantly, bro.
You can't make this up. Yeah, $249. And then you want to take a guess how much the threes cost?
$169.
No, actually, I think these are more expensive. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure these are. Yep, I was about to say they're $180. Yeah,
$10 more.
$10 more.
Which maybe I'm wrong, but maybe the threes are 180. No, I think they're 170.
Which I will say, the regular threes also have an interesting angle to them too.
Just like the AirPods.
But yeah, and it's got all this stuff: hi-fi sound, AI enhanced sound, live translate, and stuff like that. And then, in case you want it to be even closer to the competition, look at this.
It is 180. The
180
is the same price.
It's the same price. Yeah, it's the same price across the line. And in case you want to be closer to the competition, they come in white.
Dude, if you take that strip, that black line right there,
Yeah.
they look exactly like the AirPods.
Yeah. Which, I mean, like, we're in the podcast, so it's hard it's hard for us to kind of show you what they like. I can literally put my phone up to the camera that has my angle right now, but it's hard for us to show you like what these products like actually look. I don't even know how well that's going to come across camera.
Maybe not.
Yeah, we might be able to like grab a photo, but they look. If you're going to get these, you should get them in the color that does not look like actual AirPods.
Unless you want to do that on purpose and say you have AirPods when you don't, even though it makes no sense because you don't even have an iPhone at that point.
Yeah.
Well, actually, maybe you can use them for any Bluetooth product, I'm assuming.
I know they have limitations for the Ring, but I feel like with the Buds you probably could. But
kinda like AirPods, you can use them with,
exactly. But I'm willing to bet that there's going to be like Galaxy
Exclusive.
AI is obviously not going to work if you use it on another Android phone.
Right.
You know what
that
I mean?
makes sense. It's kind of like spatial audio with the AirPods only being available with.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That
So
makes
they're
sense.
they're Bluetooth headphones, right? But they're obviously going to incentivize you to use them with, the native phone, and then here are the pros in white.
Yeah.
Which the pros, I will say, the light in the stem is pretty cool.
Yeah.
At least that makes it look different.
That you know what sucks though is that even though that's cool for them, I'm not hating on the design, but there's so many knockoff AirPods that looks like another pair of knockoff AirPods.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's a new product from a major company. It just feels like it's like
Yeah.
a $25 pair.
And you know what? We've tested numerous Galaxy Buds. I still have
Yeah.
like the Galaxy Buds Pro 2 or like whichever one. Like I have a lot of Galaxy Buds, right? I actually like that they were different.
Yeah.
That they had kind of like the ergonomic circular in-ear
Yeah.
shape and stuff like that. Like they didn't adopt the
stem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't we love all of the companies and the products that they make, but you can't help but make comparisons whenever you see some like you have a Galaxy Watch Ultra now that has an orange you're calling it the quick button.
Which all it does is
It's a mappable button that allows you to do a program such as, in my case, my mappable action button on my Ultra is for workouts. You can do the same thing with the quick button, but why did you go with the same color?
right.
Just do a different.
I think it's called the safety orange or something like that. So
It's like a
standard.
universally recognized
Right,
color.
right.
Yeah. So
But
maybe they
even
went
then-
down the same route, but it's just like
They're
you
not
already
helping their
know
case.
what's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
You already know what's going to happen. I have no problem that you put a
Which
remappable
it could
button.
be marketing because it gets people like us who talk about it.
Yeah.
So,
But then at the same time, then you drop headphones that look eerily similar. Of course, there are hardware differences. We're not
Right.
saying they look identical. So like, hopefully, like don't.
but someone that's not familiar with either, they can probably get it
Right.
mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look similar.
Right.
They're obviously different.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like you adopted the same, like you radically changed what it looked like from the previous gen buds.
Yeah.
You adopted the stem, a similar looking charging case and stuff like that. For the pros, you have the silicone tip. For the regular threes, it's all just one piece that goes in. Like with the AirPods 3, it's like a one size fit. Like they don't fit everybody really well.
Right.
My dad and like my mom and dad have tried the standard AirPods. They don't fit in their ears very well. Whereas like when I had standard AirPods, never had a problem.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So like your Pro has the more adaptable fit. Your Pro has like the enhanced sound and stuff like that. Like people can't help but draw comparisons whenever you do stuff like that.
And even if you were to show something, let's say that you take the new Galaxy Buds Pro to someone that didn't know that they're released or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you show them and you tell them that they're the new AirPods Pro 3 or whatever the AirPods are going to be called. They can probably believe you. Because it looks like a new gen.
Just imagine if I had gotten those and like obviously you keep up with Apple stuff, so it's not like it would have worked or anything. But I'm saying like just imagine if you didn't and I came by one time and I was like, bro, Apple just dropped these. We're going to review them. You could have been like, oh dang, those look dope. Like
because it looks like it's similar enough that you think it's part of the same family.
Yeah, you could tell after a while, like once you saw the case and they have like different colored LEDs in the case and stuff like that. I think for like left and right bud, which is actually pretty cool too.
Cool.
But it's like you could tell eventually. You're like, oh, some of those things I don't see Apple being that courageous enough to like make that radical of a change to their product, right? Like,
that's what I'm saying, dude. It looks like knockoff AirPods.
I would much rather you just have a unique design. At least like the Nothing ears, they have the same stem and all that other stuff. But at least they went clear with the design.
They have that signature look.
They have a different case, like a different looking case completely. Boxy, it's like clamshell, it's boxy and stuff like that. So they were at least somewhat, It
was different enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. There's way too many AirPods clones already on the market, and it's actually annoying. Not necessarily from the perspective of you're like, oh, it's annoying because you're copying Apple. It's annoying because like, I'm sure there has to be a better design that you can come up with.
Yeah, they're
You
not
know?
even trying anymore.
Yeah.
They just go for the popular one, and yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. But I just didn't think that a company as big as Samsung would have fallen for that same strategy.
Especially given that like they have the foldable segment down pat. Like
Right.
obviously Apple's not doing anything remotely close to foldables yet.
Yeah.
So it's just like you have like your own little segment, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but you already know what's going to happen here in a couple of months if Apple drops a ring.
Samsung did it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, they all pull from each other,
Yeah.
but hopefully, you know, the only thing you can hope for is that the products are at least different enough to where it doesn't feel like you're just buying the other company's version of the other company's product,
Yeah.
you know? Like if you want to be like, I want to get an Ultra, but I want it from Samsung. But it just like when you look at it and you buy it, it feels like outside of color choices, it feels like you're just buying Samsung's version of Apple's product.
I was gonna say it's
and
gonna
vice
get to the
versa,
point
right?
that all the companies are gonna have the same product, but just in their own version of them.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's like there's gonna be a Google ring at some point, and then you get to pick a OnePlus ring, and you get to pick which one you prefer.
Yeah.
Foldables, everyone's gonna have a foldable. I mean, I don't know about that one, but if they do, it's gonna be like choose your foldable. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's gonna be wild.
So I don't know, but I mean that's essentially Unpacked in a nutshell.
Yeah.
2 phones, Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6, 2 Buds, Buds 3, Buds Pro 3, 2 watches, Watch 7, Watch Ultra, and then the ring. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
We're getting into the time, that time in the year that we get a lot of new products and we
Yeah.
get a lot of content out because we get to try it out. We get to see. It's the exciting part of the year, bro.
Yeah.
It's that time where we get to try out new things that we were looking forward for the whole year.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm really excited.
But I also like that we have this format now too, because like before, whenever we would recap events, it was similar to our review format, like
Yeah.
at the table and stuff. This is, I think, a lot more fun.
It is. I'm enjoying it. So I can't wait. Next video, we're probably not gonna do a podcast as the next video, but we're probably gonna do a review of the Fold.
Either that, or we also have
We
the
have
CMF phone 1 coming in. That's also
That'll
coming
be
in.
good.
Yeah.
That one's really popular too.
It is.
$200, dude.
$200 for a phone that has 120 hertz OLED display, 5,000 milliamp hour battery. It's after tax $215. And it's like 128 gigs of storage, 8 gigs of RAM. That's mind-boggling.
Right.
That's mind-boggling because you have foldables that are like $1,900. This
Yeah.
one is $215 after tax.
Yeah.
And it's made by Nothing, which their phones are great.
Right.
We've tested like their Nothing phones. Those
Right,
are great.
right.
I love the software on them as well. So I'm expecting good things from this.
I'm excited. We
Yeah.
need that. We need new things, even though it might not be something that I buy for myself.
And it doesn't
I just
even
wanna see
it doesn't
being
even have
done.
to be ultra premium.
Right.
$215, I'm
Right.
not expecting the phone to be ultra premium.
But the fact
if
you're
it's
getting-
fun,
yeah.
but if it's fun and I'm actually excited at the fact that we have that coming in, that's all
Right.
that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it's not premium, there are premium features, at least on paper. So I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't wait
So
to
David's
see what it
right.
looks
We have a
like.
lot of good content coming along the way. We just broke 13,000 subscribers as well. So thank you guys again so much for the support. I think we're at like 13,000, a little over 13,100
Something,
or something
over,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah. So hopefully we break 15 or maybe even 20,000 before the year is over. That would be
That would be amazing.
insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
We've
Yeah.
been doing this for
A long time.
almost 8 years.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's been a
Going
lot of
strong.
fun.
Yeah.
We're enjoying making the content for you guys and kind of like expanding the types of videos that we make and stuff like that. So hopefully y'all enjoyed it. That's kind of been our little recap over Galaxy Unpacked. And
And let us know if there's something that you enjoyed watching on the if you got to watch the Unpacked event, or if there's something that disappointed you, something that you wanted to see that wasn't there, something that got you really excited. Just let us know.
Yeah. And if there are other tech topics that you guys want us to cover, let us know in the comment section down below. First of all, if you made it this far in the video, kudos to you. But second of all,
Thank you.
If there's anything you want us to talk about that we're not covering, let us know in the comments, because this is a very like free flowing video type content for us. And,
Right.
you know, we're open to talking about a lot of different things. But
Yeah.
again, at the end of the video, we just want to thank you guys for the support. It's
Much appreciate.
it's been crazy lately. And we will be back soon.
Till the next one.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching.
Later.
Peace.